Hi, I'm Matt Wright from RIT, and this is a short video to introduce you to Gather and the space we've set up for Great Lakes Security Day 2021. To join the event, all you do is click on the link we sent you. That will take you to Gather, and as it loads here, the first thing you're going to do is set up, please allow the microphone and camera. And the first thing you're going to do is set up your avatar. So we'll just give this guy a yellow hat, go to the next step, and then put in your name. We'll call this person Matt Test, and you can add your pronouns if you like. And then we get the camera selected. There we go. And we've got my speaker and microphone selected. And then we're going to join the gathering. Okay, so the first thing that Gather does is it takes you to this little tutorial world and just shows you how to move around and so on. We're going to skip the tutorial and you can play with that on your own. Now we're going to the actual Great Lakes Security Day space that we've got set up. And here you have landed in this little garden area, and you just start moving up using the arrow keys. And we're going to go past the poster room into the main hall for the event. Here we have a bunch of seats, so just go to any seat, sit down. There you go. Now we are able to sit here in private and listen to the introduction that starts at 1 o'clock and the keynote that starts at 1:10. If you want to see this shared screen, you will probably need to press the X key. If you want to ask a question, you can go into the chat, which is this button over here. Probably chat to everyone and say, hi, this is a question. And then the speaker and everyone else will be able to see it. After that, if you, at the end of the talk, want to ask your question out loud, you can come up here to the microphone, and now you'll be broadcasting to the whole room, and they can hear you ask your question. If you're going to be one of the speakers, when it's your turn to talk, you'll come up here onto the stage. And there you go. Now you're broadcasting in the room, and just like Zoom, you can screen share using this button down here. When the keynote session is ended, we will have our first poster session. To go to the poster session, we just go down back to the bottom of the screen. And we'll have two poster sessions. If you're in the first poster session, you'll be over here on the left, and then the second poster session over here on the right. To speak to anybody, you just get within a small radius of where they are standing, and you'll enter a conversation. Or if they're in a private area, like Matt here is, then you will enter that private area and you can start talking with them. So I'll show you what that, it will start a video chat. I'll show you what that looks like. And you can see that it showed a little video chat window. And it's dynamic. It's sort of as you get further and closer, you can hear people better or worse. And eventually they get too far away and you can't hear them. So there's a lot of other features, like you can chat to individuals, you can find people in the space, and you can even dance around. But I'll let you figure out all of that when you come to Great Lakes Security Day 2021 on Friday. See you there.